That's Morgan Wallen and You Proof on Kicks Country 92.9, number one for New Country. Good morning. It's 9:31, and it's about this time on Wednesdays we present and have for over 10 years now, Ask the Lawyer with Bruce L. Scheiner, with questions largely submitted by you. If you'd like to submit a question about the law, you've always been curious about something, or you have a very specific situation, I'll give you that information here, how to do that in just a moment. But I would like to get right to our guest. As always, would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How you doing this beautiful morning?
Doing terrific. The weather sure has been nice lately.
It's absolutely fantastic.
I've been able to get outside and do some work without sweating to death, and that's felt really good. I guess the humidity is getting ready to come back, though. So anyway, as much as we could talk about the weather for an hour, I'm sure, we do have a very pressing and urgent situation that needs your professional attention. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, let me read you today's email and see what you think. It says, my nephew, who lives with his dad, was driving a friend's motorcycle and was struck by a driver running a red light on Tamiami Trail. He has a broken leg and several internal injuries requiring surgery. Luckily, he was wearing a helmet, or it might have been much worse. His friend only had minimum insurance, and the driver who struck him had a suspended license and no insurance. My brother, his dad, has a small landscaping business with multiple vehicles insured, including uninsured motorist coverage, but no motorcycle insurance. Would my brother's insurance cover his son, even if he doesn't have motorcycle insurance? There's a lot of moving parts in that one. What do you make of it?
Well, I make of it, first of all, I wanted to tell our audience that this is National Motorcycle Month.
Oh, did not know that. Good to know.
It's an appropriate time for this question.
Okay.
As far as the question is concerned, the young man is fortunate that he lives at home with his parents, who have multiple vehicles and stacking uninsured motorist coverage.
Okay.
So hopefully the dad has substantial limits of uninsured motorist coverage, and that it is stacking so that this young man can be reimbursed for all of his damages, which are extensive, starting with his medical bills now and in the future, his lost wages and his inability to earn income, his pain and suffering. I mean, this person is entitled to substantial damages, and hopefully the parents have sufficient limits of stacking uninsured motorist coverage that would protect him.
Okay. And they specify that the driver who struck him had a suspended license and no insurance. Sounds to me like that would be pretty much a dead end to pursue him in any form or fashion.
Absolutely. That's why the uninsured motorist coverage is so important.
Always is. We preach it all the time, don't we?
We do, and there's unfortunately a lot of people, 25% of the cars on the road in Florida have no insurance.
Right. Here's one of them. Yeah.
So it's so important to have stacking uninsured motorist coverage. But while we're talking about motorcycle accidents, it's important for our audience to know that the Florida legislature just passed a new law that says that if the injured party is 51% or more negligent, then they cannot make any recovery at all.
Interesting.
Where this comes into play is, I'm not one to tell people that they should wear a helmet or they shouldn't wear a helmet. That's a very personal decision. But if somebody's riding a motorcycle and is not wearing a helmet, and sustains a head injury, a jury could find that that person was more than 51% comparatively negligent and prevent them from making any recovery.
Even if they did nothing else wrong, just that by itself.
Even if they did right.
Okay.
So, and, I'm not saying the jury will, because they could only say he's 10% negligent for not wearing a helmet.
You never know with juries.
But
sure.
You never know with juries, and it's important to understand that when you're out riding a motorcycle.
Well, it also bears repeating, too, this is National Motorcycle Awareness Month, and it can't be stressed too much how much we need to keep our eyes open and look twice and look for those motorcycles, because so often you hear after the crash, I never saw him. And that shouldn't happen.
Absolutely.
And that, of course, is why you're known as the biker's lawyer, because so many motorcyclists have relied on you to protect them in situations just like this.
And there's nobody more deserving than a motorcycle rider that's just out for a ride, trying to enjoy a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, and gets gets struck by a careless driver.
Well, motorcycle riders are very fortunate to have you in their corner, as you always have been, Bruce. And once again, I want to thank you for your feedback on another one of these really kind of thorny situations. Like I said, there's a lot of moving parts here. Really need a legal professional to sink into this, because there's so many vehicles and insurance ins and outs involved. You really need a legal professional to help in this case.
Well, I'm always here and available. All it takes is a phone call.
That's right. Bruce, thank you so much. Have a good week. Looking forward to next Wednesday for sure. Please say hi to everybody for us.
I will, Todd, and I'm looking forward to next Wednesday as well. Thank you very much.
Okay. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured, and some help, much-needed help of the week. Now, if you'd like to submit a question for future consideration, just go to our website, and in the keyword search box, type Bruce. It'll take you to the right place to start entering your information. If you have something more immediate going on, like in this case, why not call the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner? That number's 941-743-7777. 941-743-7777. Tell them that Todd Matthews sent you. Kicks Country 92.9.